He gave us two options, the Quran or the sword. You can follow my new religion or die. We were forced to follow these false religions. That's it, they took us as slaves. The Arabs too, I forgot to mention the Arabs. They are not our friends. Yes, we're related to them, but they are our evil cousins that forced us to follow Islam.
Verse 64, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
So one of the curses that says in Deuteronomy 28:64 is that we will be scattered. Scattered. What does it mean to scatter something? Disarrange? Huh? To what? Yeah, that's another term for it. Yep. Yes, destroy, separate. Yes, those are all good terms. Because we were destroyed, we were scattered, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Keep reading.
From the one end of the earth.
So we will be scattered from the one end of the earth, from the west coast.
Even unto the other.
Even unto the other, unto the east coast. Now, with the transatlantic, the sub-Saharan, the East Indian, the East African slave trade, we've been scattered all over the world. That's why you can go to India right now and you can find a tribe of people called the cities, the untouchables. And they are treated like the bottom of society, just like how we get treated evil in America. We get treated like the bottom, like we're poo-poo in there, because they know that they come from the children of the slave trade. So even though they live in India, they're treated as the bottom of society because they know they came from Africa.
And
there, in those lands, whether we got sent to India or Europe or Spain, Portugal, South America, North America, Australia, wherever we got scattered in those slaves, in the slave trade, the Caribbeans.
Thou shalt serve other gods.
The curse said we would serve other gods. And in the Bible, it's a lowercase g. So in the scriptures, whenever you see a lowercase g, 90% of the time it's referring to idol pagan gods. Sometimes it's referring to the men of God being gods on earth. But the majority of the time, the lowercase g is referring to pagan gods. So the Most High God said we would be scattered from among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there in those lands we would serve other gods, meaning we would stop following the Bible. We would lose our heritage of what our true religion was. Not traditionalists, not Ogun or Shango or Anansi. None of those gods are real. Those are all fake gods that we've learned here in the continent of Africa from the people that were here. Because before the children of Israel got Jerusalem or Israel, weren't there another race of people living here in Canaan? Yes, there were Canaanites living in the land before we inhabited it. So there was already a native race of people living here. That's why us being Shemitic is different from the original Hamitic people that were living in the land. Because when we look at slavery, if we were all brothers and sisters, why would we sell ourselves, why would we sell our family to the white man? Does that make sense? Why would we sell millions of our brothers and sisters to the white man? That doesn't make any sense. And we're going to show you that that was another nation of people who just looked like us. Keep reading.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. Even wood and stone.
Even wood and stone. Those were two of the main gods that we would serve in captivity. Now, what religion do you think the wood represents? From this slide right here. What religion out of these two you think represent wood? Does anybody know? Yes.
One that has the cross.
Aha, the wooden cross. That's Christianity. Christianity is not of the Bible. Catholicism is not of the Bible. They don't follow the scriptures at all. They add in traditions of men and they break God's commandments and teach men to do so. The modern day pastors, the modern day preachers, they are just like the Pharisees of past times. Yes, Christianity is not of the Bible. Being a Christian and being in Christianity are two different things. Read that again.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
So the wood that we would serve. Go back to the one image. It's talking about the wooden cross. The wooden cross with that fake image of Jesus, because Jesus never looked like that. And look, they got our people bowing down and kissing the feet of some white man. And this is based on a real image of a man named Caesar Borgia. So Christianity would be one of the pagan gods that we would serve. And it says, and stone, and stone, and stone. What major religion has a stone representing their religion that they go to Mecca, they march around it, they bow down to it, they pray it, they fight over kissing it? What religion is that? You know it. No, you got it? What is it? Okay. Oh, give him a chance. He might know it. Why are you giving the answer? No, let her say it. She knows what it is. What is it? Islam. Because how did we learn Christianity? How did we learn Islam? Was it by choice? Did we learn Christianity by choice? Or Islam by choice? No. We were forced to do it. We was told to either bow down to the cross, pray to that fake white image of Jesus, or die. In Islam, during the time of Muhammad, he gave us two options, the Quran or the sword. He said, follow my new religion or die. We were forced to follow these false religions. They took us as slaves. The Arabs too, I forgot to mention the Arabs. They are not our friends. Yes, we're related to them, but they are our evil cousins that forced us to follow Islam. They killed the men, they killed the children, and they would take our wives, they would take our daughters, take our sisters, and use them as breeding tools. That's what they did to your people. That's what they did to your forefathers and foremothers. Same with Christianity. Christianity, they forced it on us. They wouldn't just rape the women, they would rape the men as well too. So we got forced under rape, under murder, under torture to follow these two religions. They wanted the Bible. Jump to 68.
Verse 68.
And what race of people, again, just to make it clear, what race of people were forced Christianity and Islam on them to match that curse? You can say it loud. Say it.
Israelites.
Yes, which are us, right?
Yes.
Okay, you have a question? No, okay. Keep reading.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So now we're going to go into another curse. I have a question first. Who thinks that slave ships and us going into slavery is in the Bible? Have you ever heard that in the church? Have you ever heard your pastor talk about slave ships in the Bible? But it's in the, yes? What do you say? Tell me what he said. What do you say about slave ships in the Bible? You say yes. Hey, thou shalt not lie. That's another commandment we got to keep. That's another commandment we got to keep. We got to be careful. Read that.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee.
And who? The Lord. The Lord ordained these things.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So the Lord said he would bring us into Egypt again with ships. Now, it wasn't referring to the land of Egypt, because the first time we got into Egypt, we walked into there. It's talking about spiritual Egypt, meaning slavery, in Exodus 20 and 2. Because before Egypt was called Egypt, it was called Kemet. It was called Mizraim, which means to constrict, meaning house of bondage. Egypt was known for slavery at that time because they were a great nation. So let's read that to prove in the Bible that Egypt means bondage.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
He brought us out of the land of Egypt and destroyed the Egyptians.
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. Now, go back to 28:68. Egypt was called the house of bondage. So now he's saying, we're going to go back into bondage, slavery again.
With ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
He'll bring us into slavery again, but this time
with ships.
With ships. Do we have a chart? Look at this. Look. Only one nation of people on earth were treated like sardines, like cargo. And we was lined up head to toe, head to toe, head to toe, head to toe, on top of one another, peeing on one another, pooping on one another. Our sisters had their periods while on the slave ships. That's how they treated us, like chattel, worse than animals. That only happened to us. Only we went on slave ships en masse all over the world. And it's still happening today in Libya. In Libya, they are still selling our people today to the Arabs. That's what the Arabs, they're not our friends at all.
by the way whereof I speak unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
So he said we would not see those same Egyptians again. Because when we left Egypt, what happened to the Egyptians that were trying to cross the Red Sea? They what? Say it loud.
They died.
They died. The Red Sea came down and killed all of them. And remember, the plagues in Egypt. Egypt is a prophecy about Egypt being a base kingdom now. That's when you see Egypt, you don't see the original Egyptians. Is there dark-skinned Egyptians in Egypt right now? Who is there? The white people and the Arabs. They don't even have their own land anymore. That's what the Most High God did to them for enslaving his people.
And there ye shall be sold.
And there, in those lands that we'll be taken to, can we get a map? Can we go back to get a map of the slave routes? Is that possible? Read that again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And there, the places we've been taken to, whether to South America, North America, Spain, Portugal, Europe, to the so-called Middle East, and even across into more Asia and Europe. Who do you think built the Great Wall of China? Who do you think built the pyramids? It was us. Every nation that we've been in slavery under, we have taken that nation to the top. That's why God said, get Romans 9:17. Hold that, get Romans 9:17. That's why God says he uses other nations to show his power. Wherever we go, that nation is on top. In the Babylonian captivity, King Nebuchadnezzar relied on Daniel. Even in slavery, we were the most sought upon people in captivity. Yep, showing more places we were taking the West Indies by the millions, by the boatloads. And remember, all of us, even though 5 million made it there, we probably had another 300,000 who died on the way, who either killed themselves, jumped out board, were killed, put to death, died of sicknesses, died of diseases.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 17. For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might shew my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Okay, we can get the auction blocks now. So Romans 9:17 refers to why the Most High God can raise up certain nations high and then cast them right down. Because what's happened to every superpower on the earth? They've been taken down, right? The Egyptians were taken down. The Babylonians were taken down. The Persian Medes were taken down. The Greeks were taken down. The Romans were taken down. Who's the last superpower that Christ has to come and take down before his kingdom rules? Because when Christ comes back on the earth, is he going to compete with the Americans of who's the ruler on the earth? Is Christ going to compete with them? No. So what is going to happen to them? Every nation on earth that had us in slavery, what happened to them? They were what? They were destroyed. So what do you think Christ is going to do to America and to Europe when he comes back? He's going to destroy them. Because if he has to have an everlasting kingdom, it's only going to be one ruler. There's not going to be no other nations ruling. Christ will be the one true king. Finish reading that in 28.
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies, for bondmen.
We shall be sold unto our enemies. So the people that sold us and the people that bought us were our enemies. That only happened to the Israelites. That only happened to us. We put in auction blocks, 250 for a Negro, arrived on a ship. That's what happened to us. We were treated like cattle, like sheep. Worse than sheep.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
For slave men and slave women, even the children too.
And no man shall buy you.
No man shall buy you, meaning no man shall save you or redeem you. So we've had many civil rights leaders. We've had Patrice Lumumba as an example. We've had great men who could try to raise our people up, but it could only be to a certain point. Because only one man can save us, which is who? In Luke 168, yes, only Christ can come and save us from our captivity. And Christ has come back for the captives, for the Israelites.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation